Oh my gosh. You guys gotta see this. Byron Donalds just torched ABC News host George Stephanopoulos. I think that's how you say his name. George Stephanopoulos. He just obliterated him, annihilated him. Order 66, Death Star, Star Wars annihilated him out the water. Blew him out the water over Kamala Harris's campaign and just shut down Kamala Harris's whole campaign. You guys got to check this out. If you guys are new here, welcome to the King Squad, the best reaction channel on YouTube. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate all your support. Hold on, where are my fireworks? There we go. And I hope you're all having an amazing, great, blessed, and prosperous day. Let's go. Let's get into it.
And you just repeated the slur again. If it doesn't matter, why do you all keep questioning her identity? She's always identified as a black woman. She is biracial. She has a Jamaican father and an Indian mother. She's always identified as both. Why are you questioning that?
Well, George, first of all, this is something that's actually a conversation throughout social media right now. There were a lot of people who are trying to figure this out. But again, that's a side issue, not the main issue. The main issue...
Sir, 1 second. You just did it. You just did it again.
Of the United States.
Why do you insist on questioning her racial identity?
You want me to talk?
I want you to answer my question.
George, now that you're done yelling at me, let me answer. He talked about it on the stage yesterday in Atlanta for, what, 2 minutes? He spent more than 35, 40 minutes going after her record, talking about how radical of a senator that she was. She was the most liberal senator in the United States, in the United States Senate. That is a fact. He talked about the job that she did as vice president of the United States, a job, I will add, which has been a failure for the American people. I know you guys like to glom on to this that he talks about in jest or in a serious manner for about a minute or so, but what you do not cover is the litany of failures of Kamala Harris. That's what you're not covering, George.
So questioning somebody's racial identity for a couple minutes is okay?
George, I'm going to tell you again, he brought it up. AP is the one that wrote the headline when she first came in to the United States Senate. Didn't talk about her being black, talked about her being the first Indian American senator. AP brought that up. I mean, George, we could have this conversation for the entire segment, but none of this matters to the American people. What matters to the American people is, are we going to have the same policies of the Biden-Harris administration that has been destructive of the American people, or are we going to have the policies of the Trump administration, which put America first, had low inflation, prosperous Americans, no matter your race, no matter your color, no matter your creed, and a foreign policy that kept America safe? Those are the...
Where is the offering plate? I'd like to donate right now.
facts that truly matter, and a foreign policy that kept America safe. Those are the facts that truly matter, because this issue is going to come and go. The lives of the American people is what's going to remain, and that's what matters more than anything else.
If it doesn't matter, I don't understand why you keep on repeating it, why the president keeps on repeating it, why those introducing the president yesterday
George,
keep
actually,
on repeating
I'm
it.
not the one who keeps repeating it. George, you're the one that's bringing it up now. That's you.
You've done it,
I understand why
sir.
You've done it.
You've done it 3 times. Every single answer you gave me. Now let me finish, sir.
George,
every single answer you gave, you repeated the slur.
You asked me, George. That's why I'm pushing back on you now. George, you asked me the question 3 times. I responded, but
and every single time you repeat the slur. That is exactly my point. You simply can't say that it's wrong.
George, so then what you're saying, and I want to get off this topic because it's not the only thing that's going on. But George, now you're saying that AP is the one that slurred Kamala Harris, because those are the facts. You can go to the internet and look at the clips, George, if you want to, or we can talk about this now. I prefer to talk about the future of our country, because the American people are struggling. The American people do need serious policy decisions to be made, and they need serious leadership on the world stage. Kamala Harris has not proven that she can do that. Donald J. Trump has proven that he can do that.
AP did not say that Kamala Harris is not black. She is biracial. She is Indian. She is black.
What is this guy's problem? He is clearly triggered. He had to have started this thing out triggered, because his energy is just at 100. Meanwhile, Byron Donalds is calmly just attacking each question. And this is why I was really surprised that Trump had chose J.D. Vance, because I really think Byron Donalds really carries himself in an excellent manner, a very well-spoken manner, and I could easily see him being VP and someday president. But aside from that, I really want to address the fact that Byron Donalds just absolutely annihilates this guy with all these questions and ideologies and just deflections. Okay, let's just cut to the chase. Okay, Kamala Harris is not black. Why? What is so hard for you guys to get about that? Like, I just don't get it. Comment down below your thoughts. Okay, do you think it's a big deal about Kamala Harris not being black, but the liberals, the Dems, passing her off as black? I personally think it's a really big deal, because if she's going to sit here and try to pander and be deceitful and lie about that, what more will she lie about? Okay, I think it's a snowball effect, quite frankly. And on top of that, she was Biden's vice president. On top of that, that means that when she gets in office, she's just going to keep up and continue running Biden's America. And it's going to be a giant crap show. What don't you get? Okay, George Stephanopoulos, what don't you understand? These people are just nuts. Okay, like, comment, and subscribe so we can get the truth out. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. Let's go.
You continue to repeat the fact that you continue to repeat the slur. I don't understand why you and the president do it, but it's clear you're not going to say that it's wrong. And you've now established that for our audience.
The word I used in the intro is all that needs to be said. What a frickin' clown show. What a waste of everyone's time. Democrats are so funny. I mean, their hypocrisy just sees no bounds. Nobody wants to talk policy or substance, says the people who literally can only ever talk about one little thing, and that's Kamala's race. All they want to do is play defense as anti-racist guardians. All they ever talk about are these supposed bigot and racist attacks on Kamala Harris, instead of anything of actual substance. So first off, they are the biggest hypocrites on the planet, and secondly, this talking point that they think is so great for them is so obviously disingenuous, right? I'm not the only person seeing it. You notice how they always do the same thing. They'll take a statement, or they'll take a general stance that exists on the right, and then they'll reframe it or reword it to make it sound a whole lot more sinister. People are questioning her ethnicity, questioning her identity. No, that's not what people are saying. We're not taking the Joe Biden approach.
If you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't black.
We're not claiming that Kamala Harris isn't black. We understand that her father's Jamaican. There have been some claims that her father's actually...
Hey, man, Trump 2024, man, all the way, okay? I don't care what anybody says. I love Trump. I love Trump's America. Trump 2024, God bless Trump and the Trump administration. Trump all day, every day, baby. Let's go.
Part Indian, but I'm not even going to go that far. I think her father is half Irish and let's assume half black, comes from Jamaica. That makes Kamala Harris a quarter black. Nobody's denying that, but rather what's being argued, what's being said, the real criticism, or I guess the claim is that Kamala Harris obviously uses her mixed race background to dishonestly pander for votes with particular minority groups. That's the central claim. You know, there's a larger, more nuanced conversation to have, but George Stephanopoulos and the rest of these leftist hacks just want to keep repeating the line. Why are you questioning her identity? You're racist. It's such a dishonest and partisan approach to this conversation. And I personally think most people are going to be able to see through this nonsense. It's not a valid defense. You know, Kamala Harris's approach with the black community has essentially been as disconnected, dishonest, and frankly just cringe as Hillary Clinton's. It's kind of the same thing, and that's what people ridicule. That's where the whole right-wing criticism comes into play.
On top of that, Kamala Harris saying, oh yeah, I'm black. To me, that's equivalent. And then her talking about, oh, I cook collard greens in a stove. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. That was just as bad as Biden doing the whole fried chicken commercial while meanwhile he's eating a burger and sitting with a bunch of black kids. That was insane. And then on top of that, all this equates to Hillary Clinton when she says, oh yeah, I keep hot sauce in my purse. And then on top of that, you had the whole Hillary Clinton clip that resurfaced with her and Charlemagne the God, and he said it sounds like you're pandering to black people, and she says, is it working? This is the chicken box that I'm talking about. Get these oxygen thieves out of office. This is insane. I just want to see America actually be great again. I actually want to see people be able to afford groceries and be able to afford rents and be able to raise their families and sit here and prosper. Okay, we win when we work together, and we got to get Kamala out of here. All right, seriously, it's just what it is. Whether you agree or disagree, God bless you. I hope you have a great and awesome day. Let's continue on. Like, comment, and subscribe. Welcome to the King Squad.
I mean, the moment Kamala Harris becomes a political candidate on the national stage back in 2020, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she's making appearances on Charlemagne's show talking about Snoop Dogg, Tupac, and smoking the weeds. Yeah, it's obvious she didn't grow up in Black American culture, but rather she grew up in Canada. Yet here she is, all of a sudden, in a desperate pitch to black voters, talking about being in the streets and colored greens, and talking with a southern accent at one of her recent rallies, I think in Atlanta. That's what people are talking about. And obviously, that's the conversation that's happening at dinner tables and in bars, and the Democrat mainstream media thinks it's a good idea to go with this defense. Obviously, we're having a different conversation, which of course means that obviously, the media doesn't actually want to talk about the truth. This is their attempt to obfuscate the truth. They don't want you to talk about Kamala Harris's dishonest race pandering, so they'll shut the conversation down with accusations of bigotry and racism. It's the same thing every time, the same freaking MO. And again, the way we win in these situations is by not letting the Democrats shut us down. And to be honest, I thought even Byron Donalds let George Stephanopoulos kind of intimidate him there for a second. Do not back down from the claim. Don't try to run away from it. Just because these leftoid hacks try to make it controversial, the Democrats want to make this talking point taboo, but you can't let them steer the conversation. Kamala Harris is obviously a dishonest fraud, so just frickin' say it. Say it just like those boys in the barbershop were saying on CNN just the other day. Kamala Harris has no claim to black culture and the black community. She is simply faking it to pander for votes and drum up enthusiasm. It's true, and it's not racist to say that.
On top of that, okay, all this ties in with her honeymoon phase is dying. I don't know if you guys noticed it. Comment down below if you've noticed it. I've been noticing it. Okay, with all the videos that we've been seeing, all the videos that have been surfacing, her whole honeymoon phase, Sugar Hill, epiphany phase of her being the Democratic nominee is fading away fast at that, might I add. Okay, and they see this and, oh shoot, now we gotta start tap dancing. Now we gotta shuffle. Oh, great googly moogly. Oh my gosh. Haagen-Dazs. Like, they're losing it. They're just losing it. Pardon the expressions, okay? Yeah. But seriously though, they're losing it. I mean, if you can't see that, I don't know what to tell you. You must have like a blindfold on, honestly. But it's clear as day, okay? It's extremely clear out here, okay? And we're seeing it. They hate that we're seeing it, and this is only pushing people more towards Trump at that. So I'm here for it. Let's continue to expose Kamala, and let's continue to and support Trump. And then let's not forget they threw Kamala up on stage and just started pandering to black people right after Trump gets shot. That was insane. Like, we're not going to just brush over the fact that Trump just got shot. Okay, this man does not have to be president, and he's literally putting his life on the line for our country. That's my president. That's who I want for president, and that's that man right there. It should be the leader of America. He right there should be the 47th president, okay? The leader of America, okay? Moving forward these next 4 years. And that's what I want to see, and that's what I'm standing with. Comment down below, and I appreciate each and every single one of you guys. You guys are all awesome if nobody told you today. I hope everybody's having a great and prosperous day. You guys are the bomb.com, and stay positive. You woke up this morning, and I hope everybody's making their money legally and drinking water. All that beautiful stuff. Have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Welcome to the King Squad. If you're new here, like, comment, subscribe. Let's get the truth out. Let's go. Peace.